Hi everybody, it's Lee from Gnome and Backyard, and today we're taking this piece of Dollar Tree Halloween home decor. Now this is from the $3 and $5 spot, but this is really an awesome picture frame. Now I love Halloween, but I really just didn't like the snake photo that was in the center of it. So the first thing I'm doing is I am unscrewing the back of the photo there, and then I am going to actually take and pry off the piece that is the stand because we actually want it to go in a different direction for today's craft. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take some pumpkin colored yarn, and it is from the brand Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby. And we are going to take some hot glue. We're going to put a hefty bead of hot glue right here on the end of our oval. And this is going to be the back of my project. And we're just going to secure our yarn right there to the end. And then we're going to flip our sign around and do the same thing, secure some hot glue to the front so that we can secure this really pretty color yarn. Now, I really love this yarn. It's chunky. I love this color. This is an awesome fall color. Now, you, of course, can pick any color yarn that you'd like. I was actually hoping to find a multicolored fall yarn. That was the first thing I was looking for. I thought maybe some pretty browns and tans and oranges, maybe even some pale greens, but I wanted it to be all in one skein of yarn and just be multicolored, but I did not find that at my local craft store. So you get the idea of what we're doing here. Now, yes, you probably could have taken and cut strips of the yarn and just glued them to the front, to the face of this picture, but you know what? I didn't want to do that. I wanted to wrap it around. I wanted to be quick about this craft because I know we all have things to do. So I'm just wrapping it around. But if you want to cut strips and then strategically place them to cover the front of the photo, you can do that. I'm just giving you some ideas of what you can do with this $3 picture frame from the Dollar Tree. So when we're done here, we're going to just snip off our yarn and secure the end of it to the back with some more hot glue. This chunky yarn is really fun to work with. We've done several projects with for gnome beards with our gnomes, and it's really a lot of fun. So now we're just going to take and hot glue the stand for the picture back on, but we're doing it in like a horizontal fashion. So you can see we didn't want it to stand tall. We want it to stand horizontal. Now we're just cutting the tags off of our picture frame. These frames are really pretty. Now we did this craft the other day, and I want my picture frame pumpkin to go with the theme of that candlestick that was also from Dollar Tree that we crafted over. So the first thing we're doing is we're taking our cashew colored Waverly chalk paint. We're going to pour some out, and then we are going to do the same exact thing that we did the other day with that candlestick. So if you missed that video, just go back. I think it was maybe the middle of last week. We're taking some baking soda and we're going to sprinkle some baking soda in. Now I know chalk paint already has a thick consistency to it, but I wanted to make it even thicker. Again, I want to give it sort of like a terracotta feel to it, and I'm going to add some Mod Podge to make it really sticky. After I stir my Mod Podge into my paint, I am going to add a little bit more of the baking soda because, again, I want it to be thick and sticky because first I'm going to put my first layer on with a cosmetic sponge. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to take these cosmetic wedges and we're just going to take and dab our first layer of paint on with the cosmetic sponge because we could get a lot more of the surface covered with the sponge. Now I am going to have to go back because you can see the sponge does not get into all the crevices and cracks of this beautiful picture frame. So we're going to take and use a brush now to really get into all of the little nooks and crannies on this picture frame. When we're done with our brush, we're going to actually take and hit this with a little bit of heat and let our paint dry and then give it a look-see and see if there are any spots of the black sticking out to see if we need to give it another coat or if we just need to touch it up in a few areas to make sure that the black plastic on this frame is all covered. I really, really love the way this looks, you guys. So we really don't have too many spots to cover up. I'm just going through and again, covering them up a little bit and letting it dry. Now, when our frame is dry, of course, we're going to flip it over and we are going to put our really pretty chenille pumpkin back in. I'm just screwing two of the placeholders back in there. I didn't think I needed all four of them. I'm taking a little piece of bark from the Dollar Tree also. I'm hot gluing it along with my E6000 glue to make sure it really, really sticks as my pumpkin stem. Now, I like this project because I wanted to use different textures. We're also going to take some Distress Oxide in Photo Finish, and we're just going to gently rub it along the edge of our picture frame. And it puts a really beautiful detail on there. Wherever you want the detail, you just rub your ink pad on there. Now, you could also take a brush and get in more nooks and crannies if you want, but this is the look I was going for. So this craft really combines a lot of different textures, the yarn, the terracotta feel of the frame, and then the bark for our stem. Thank you so much for continuing to sprinkle all of Gnome and Backyard's videos, and I do hope you get the chance to go out and craft one of these cute little pumpkin frames for yourself.